we're going to talk about the Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive lease deal and actually show you a breakdown, real numbers for a California lease with the down payment, the taxes, and everything to show you how much is it actually going to be. Like, is it going to be $299 a month or not? To really give you some insight, because yes, the calculator on the website is for the most part accurate, but sometimes different tax rates and everything might give you a little bit of more visibility before you jump into it and see how much it's actually going to cost you to buy a brand new Tesla Model 3. Here's a quick story. I was helping a friend buy a brand new Tesla Model 3 long range rear wheel drive. I was really trying to harp with them and tell them that this is probably one of the better deals. Like, if they need a vehicle ASAP, they're looking to downsize and switch between Tesla vehicles. And I was really telling them, like, hey, you're going to not get a lower monthly payment than this, which is the Model 3 long range rear wheel drive. They don't really care for like the audio, they want range, and of course they're in California as well, so they don't need the all-wheel drive, because this deal at $299 a month with $1,000 down actually is a phenomenal deal, especially because it is a 2-year lease, so not a lot of exposure or payments or anything. So if you're brand new into the Tesla ecosphere and you want to get into a Tesla but you don't really know which one to get, and so this is like a low risk, and like you could just drive this for 2 years, figure it out, and see which model you'll want to really get into after that, after you've experienced one of Tesla's brand new vehicles. They're one of the latest ones with the suspension, comfortability, tech, and everything, especially when you factor in like the full self-driving with all that on top of it. But here is why I think this deal is fantastic. It is a, of course, long range rear wheel drive. And when you look into this, because when you lease a Model 3, you do get that $7,500 federal tax credit. You also get it if you buy it as well. But this is a big deal for people that don't qualify for the 7,500, whether they make too much or they just don't want to buy it for whatever reason. But when you lease it, the full 7,500 is itemized and discounted onto the lease. And what's cool with this is because when it's a 2-year lease instead of a 3-year lease, that full 7,500 really impacts and reduces the monthly payment a ton. So you can see here is the real payments, real numbers, and everything from the screenshot that I'll show you down below in a second. But $345 a month with taxes and fees and everything included. $3,235 due at signing, like out the door for signing at the check for delivery. A 2-year lease and an interest rate of a respectable 3.06%. Of course, you could add on full self-driving for $100 a month or $99 a month, and you could really take it to the next level. And that's perfect because $100 at 2 years, that is way lower than the cost of $8,000 for full self-driving. And so here are all the different numbers here. You can see it. Of course, this number looks big over the course of 24 months because that has the 7,500 federal tax credit looped into it. Of course, there are a couple things you have to be aware about when you're leasing. There is a disposition fee of $395. What that means is that when you're done with the lease, if you turn it in and do not buy another Tesla, Tesla will charge you a disposition fee of $395. If you get into another lease, then they will waive that fee. Plus, we've already seen posts pretty recently of a lot of other things being waived as well, like wear and tear and other things like that. And let's say you absolutely love this vehicle, you can buy out the vehicle, buy out the lease at the end of the term. And so you could keep it. And of course, you have to finance it or figure out some sort of payment with that. Maybe like a credit union, like a credit unions down below in the description where you can get access to the full list of best credit unions. Here's all the taxes and fees and everything looped into here. You can see it says big down payment of $8,500 because it has the 7,500. And then of course, you got the taxes, the acquisition fee, which on every lease, there is a acquisition fee, and Tesla's acquisition fee is $695. And you can see, of course, a down payment of $3,235 due at signing with everything looped in here. And so that's why I would say, like, this is a fantastic low monthly payment, low exposure, low just, if you want to try a Tesla vehicle, you can just get into this one. And on top of that, if you're someone that is worried about getting approved for a Tesla vehicle, leasing, you're going to have better odds of getting approved because it's a lower monthly payment, which of course they look at your debt to income, monthly ratios, and everything like that. But if you're still on the fence, of course, and if you want to figure out, like, will you even get pre-qualified or qualified or approved or anything, there actually is a pre-qualify button right here on Tesla's website where you can go to that and actually take a look at it yourself and fill it out with all the different information to get a, not necessarily a soft pull, but certainly something for them to take a look at to see if you'll get approved or that. Now, this is a limited time deal. That's what Tesla has been saying for at least over a month now. And so just be aware of that. If you're looking to purchase one of these or get into these cheaper Model 3 rear-wheel drives, then this is one of these deals that I can stand behind at this point. Of course, there are inventory discounts on Model 3s as well. So if you want to take a look at our deal spreadsheet down below in the description, or use our Tesla price alert tracker down below in the description as well, where you can find inventory discounts on Model 3s, Model S's, Model X's, and also Cybertrucks as well. And of course, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, where you can get 3 months of full self-driving, which is valued at $300. And so let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you think about this deal on a Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive. I think at this point, I mean, certainly there's not really any sort of incentives or deals on other models. I think this one is a fantastic deal at the moment. I mean, when you take a look at what else is out there, this is a crazy post from Zach. You can see buying a car in 2025, 12.74% for 84 months, $102,000 finance. I don't even want to know what type of vehicle this actually is, but the total interest is $53,000. So that's why we say like 3% interest rate is pretty respectable when you compare it to like other interest rates at 12.74%. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up: my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data, like your addresses, phone numbers, from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too.